Aloha to another dose of positivity. We are so excited about this show where we're diving into the music of mantras and affirmations with my very, very special guest, Mina Lee. Some of you who are on the live know Mahina, have seen her perform and seen her blossom as not only a human being, but an incredibly talented musician who is spreading love and light in the world. And as those of you who know, who attend these live broadcasts or listen to the replay, you are on a dose of positivity. And for those of you who have never been here, my name is Donna Maltz, known to many as Mama Donna. And I have the great privilege of interviewing changemakers, thought leaders, and social and environmental activists and health professionals on this show. And if you haven't listened to some of the other people on the show, the recordings, will put the link in so you can hear some of the back episodes. But I also wanted to say that this is going to be a very unique show because it's not just an interview, but we're also going to be having a concert. Mahina's going to be playing some of her newest songs that she's going to be recording. And so sit back, relax, make yourself comfortable, breathe in the beautiful, you can hear, I don't know if you can hear the birds singing in the background, but the beautiful sounds wherever you are, and just make yourself very comfortable, get yourself something to drink and put your feet up and relax and enjoy. And before I go into the interview, as people continue to come into the house, I want to remind everybody, this is a live broadcast. We're streaming live on 2 Facebook channels as well as LinkedIn. And I want to welcome all of you who are listening on those platforms. And yes, this is being recorded, and you will be able to get a recording of this episode and all the episodes from A Dose of Positivity on the YouTube channel, which will also put in the chat, and also our podcast channels. The most important thing is, if you're not already on our email list, pop your email in to the chat, and we will keep you posted on all the upcoming events that we have going on. So right now, I am going to read one short paragraph from my book. I always start my show with one of my books, which happens to be this book that I'm reading from, is Living Like the Future Matters. And when I was 16 years old, I went to Europe on a bicycle trip. And, back in 1976, not everybody spoke English like they do today. And I went to France, Italy, and Switzerland, and really almost nobody spoke English. And the way we communicated was through music, and it was really incredible. And so it turned me way on to music. And I just read this paragraph to you to make you realize why we all know who know Mahina is so special, but music is a powerful tool. Like anything, a tool can be used for good or bad. Some mainstream music is negative. It's low vibration, and it does not uplift or soothe our souls. But tuning into positive tunes is the motivational medicine that makes us feel good and raises our personal vibration. I ask you and beg you, musicians, to please take responsibility for the lyrics and the energy that you put out into this world. And for all of us, creating and supporting conscious music helps make a better world. And with that, I want to welcome Mahina, who is definitely making a better world through her music and her genuine being. Mahina, as also known as Mina Lee, has been. Did I bastardize that?
It's all good. Mina, I introduce myself by my Korean name more these days. But Mahina is great too. I appreciate that name still, and I still carry that. So
cool. Okay, Mina Lee, that's her traditional Korean name, right? I didn't know that. She's been offering bodywork sessions here, and she has personally worked on me, and she has done magic on my body and many of my vacation rental clients. But she works her magic in Kohala, Waimea, Hilo, and all of the Hamakua Coast. For any of you who are on the Big Island or coming to the Big Island, you won't want to miss her healing touch. She has been doing this for more than 10 years. When she moved here to the Big Island, it was 13 years ago, and this is when she started embarking on her magical journey as a means of creative expression, which has since evolved into her spiritual practice. And I have to interject here because about 12 years ago, I think Mahina I think it was the first time you really played in front of people was here in my garage, and we had a party and then a jam, and everybody was blown away. But anyway, through her music, she transforms her pain and challenging experiences into lessons and affirmations to propel herself forward. While she has been writing songs for some time, she has recently focused on honoring her craft over the past 2 years, and alongside facilitating sacred song circles around the island. Currently, Mahina is in the process of recording her latest song for distribution, and she eagerly looks forward to sharing these songs on this show. I am so honored and pleased to have you on as a guest, Mahina. Please welcome to the show and start telling us a little bit about your background, where you came from, and all of the good, juicy details.
Thank you so much, Donna. Yeah, I appreciate this opportunity so much to kind of be able to share and be heard on the internet. It's kind of a new platform for me. Um, I have been, I guess, writing songs for the past 13 years, ever since coming to Hawaii. I feel like I, a lot of you here in this call, or the ones that are present for this live call, know a lot about my journey, have been there to see some of it, a lot of it. And thank you all so much for being there and being support for me through it. Um, I found that I guess I grew up singing in church. And so music has always kind of been intertwined with like a spiritual experience for me. And yeah, actually, I grew up in kind of a pretty strict Christian household, and I wasn't allowed to listen to music that wasn't Christian for, through middle school probably. So
Oh,
at the time, I kind of I embraced it in a certain way. I embraced Christianity at that time, and so I was like listening to a lot of Christian music, and so that's kind of the kind foundation of my musical beginnings. And so it's always been music with a positive message, always been music with like a connection to the divine. And yeah, since my journey kind of coming to a maybe a broader sense of spirituality, of kind of being able to experience different perspectives and different spiritual paths, and kind of integrate what feels like a more universal truth. I've just dabbled in different musical traditions, like the yogic musical tradition and the Sufi musical tradition, and also like the rainbow songs of like um, earth-loving hippie people. And so I have this eclectic mix of both spiritual, but also kind of heart-centered songs that have become the basis of songs that I like to sing to myself over and over again. Um, but all of that like kind of is the outside of the cauldron, and I feel like the real inner connection that I have with music has to do with like coming to Hawaii, and finding like that I was really nourished by being in nature and being by the ocean, and kind of could reconnect with a sense of the divine, and of my own embodied sense of spirituality here. And I felt that after leaving the church, I hadn't really sung for maybe 6 years. And it wasn't till coming to Hawaii that I was able to kind of reconnect with my joy and kind of the sense of spirituality and also music. And I find that being by the ocean is kind of where I love to sing the most, being by really any body of water. I find that being able to see this like very visible form of this like
18.
I guess it's like water. It's the ocean is so vast and it encompasses us all.
And hold 1 second, Angelina, can you mute, please?
Angela, I think your microphone is on, is what she's saying. Or no, you're not. No, you're not. I don't know.
Okay, we're good. Good, keep going. It's better now.
Thank you. And yeah, so singing to water has been kind of a theme for me here on the island. And I find that a lot of my songs are actually about water. And water, I guess it's symbolic of so many things. It's symbolic of, our bodies are 70% water. And, there was the whole Emoto experiment of writing or saying intentions to water, and that kind of that water is able to pick up on our intentions. I don't know if people know about that experiment, but there was Dr. Emoto put like different words on different glasses of water and different, it was, and then watered different things with this water. Actually, I'm not sure exactly the details of this experiment.
We'll try and find that. I'll have TJ look up Dr. Emoto. How do you spell it? Emoto, right? And then we'll put the link to that in the chat because this is really an interesting study. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, Emoto, Emoto. And I do feel like that as people, we are made up of sound or of frequencies, whether it's electromagnetic frequencies, but also that our bodies are made up of water, and that the water can hold the intentions that we are that our thoughts are bringing forward. For all these different reasons, scientifically or esoterically, I feel like it's been a beautiful practice for me to be able to create songs that are affirmations of the values that I want to see in the world, the values that are important to me. I guess I tried to write lyrics and poetry that feel like timeless enough truths that you can listen to it over and over again, and your body doesn't have this reaction to it of like, oh, is that true? Is it not true? It's like when you hear poetry that speaks like some sort of universal truth, I feel like our body is able to take it in and be soothed by it rather than having to have this mind dialogue about it. And so while my lyrics might be really simple, I find that that's part of the medicine for me. It's like simple, positive affirmations and kind of touching on universal truth that that helps me, like as I come back to these songs and sing them over and over again. It takes on different meanings in different circumstances, and I find that it's medicine for me. And really, the music that I make is just ultimately for me. And if other people are touched by it or blessed by it, I'm really happy to hear that. But ultimately, I think the artist journey, it has to be about what is healing for yourself, right? So,
Right. Rather than the music business that can be so destructive when you're trying to appeal to a certain type of pop resonance out there that's ruined so many people's lives in the music business. And actually, that reminds me, last week, Christine Hoffman's interview, she kind of talks about you guys, if you haven't heard that interview or weren't on live, please listen to it, and you can skip right to the middle. She does a 10-minute concert that will blow your mind. And she is Juilliard trained and has sung in the Opera House in Sydney Philharmonic. And but you know what? Mahina is right in the same class, but she said the same thing that you said, and that's why you're here on this show, and that's why I honor and respect you. And Mahina, I would love for you to start off, maybe sing one or two of your songs and then come back to the interview, and then we're going to do another set. And while you're getting set up with the mic, I just want to make just a couple quick announcements.
sure.
Thank you so much, honey. Oh my gosh, we are in for a real treat. Just real quick, we're in the chat. We're going to be putting in this week's blog about music as medicine, and then we're also wanted to remind you that Tel, who is also one of my helpers, assistants, has been in the hospital in China now going on 2 months. And there's her relative put out a GoFundMe. We're going to put that in the chat. And we're also giving away, I just wrote a new book called How to Make Your Own Sourdough Starter and Sourdough Bread and Easy Recipes. And it just got published this week, and anybody who buys the ebook, all the proceeds are going to go to Tel's bringing her back home to her 3 children, and really appreciate you having a look at that, either the GoFundMe or for as little as $5.99. You're helping Tel get well, and we absolutely love her. So Mahina, let me know when you're ready. And are you ready?
I think
Okay,
so.
good. Everybody sit back and relax. And Mahina, just check in with me. If I see any sounds weird, I'll let you know. But otherwise, sound check was perfect. So
Okay, yeah, please just keep me aware of the sound.
can you see me? You see me?
Yeah.
Everybody enjoy.
Taking it one breath at a time. Finding my center, listening for the truth inside. Singing with my ancestors, standing by my side. So let my yes be a yes, and let my no be a no. Let my I don't know be a holy surrendering. Let my yes be a yes, let my no be a no. Let my I don't know be a holy surrendering. Holy surrendering. Holy surrendering. Let me be in the middle. truth inside. Singing with my ancestors, shining through my eyes. So let my yes be a yes, let my no be a no, let my I don't know be a holy surrender. Let my yes be a yes, let my no be a no, let my I don't know be a holy surrender. Holy surrender, holy surrender, holy surrender, holy surrender. Let me be in the mystery. Let me be in the mystery. Let me breathe in the mystery. Let me be in the mystery.
Mina, that was just beautiful. Thank you. When you do this next song, make sure your vocals are up just a tiny bit more, and
Okay.
tell us a little bit about the next song you're going to be singing and where people can hear this music. Because I know I need to hear that song again, but I'd like to know what inspired you to write that particular song. Like, bring us to that place, and what inspired you to write the next song you're going to sing.
I don't know if like is the sound, can you hear me okay without the echo? Is it
Yeah,
echoing?
no, it's good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't I don't think the mic was connected in that one. But
Right.
so this is a learning process. I guess, yeah, the last song that I wrote, or the Holy Surrendering, you can find it now online on SoundCloud and Bandcamp. I just uploaded it onto Bandcamp yesterday. I've been working with a team of folks to kind of record some of my latest songs. I think there's a batch of 6 of them. And yeah, I am grateful to have Nick Logan, who's here on the call. He was playing bass for me on on all of those recordings, actually. And I think that Holy Surrendering and a few others, Kanoa Withington, helped me to record. And and then Joey Bradley has helped me to mix a lot of that. So I just wanted to give thanks to all of those folks who I couldn't have done this without.
Great.
But yeah, the holy surrendering, I think there's just so much more uncertainty in our world these days, and knowing how to interact with that, like, and being in integrity with my word and being able to, you know, really choose to commit to and say yes to the things that are true yes for me, kind of in my heart and in my gut. Um, and then really honoring, like, when the no's come up of like, oh, I can flow with this and I can handle this, but actually I can't do this, you know, and really having to practice and being in my voice and expressing more frequently, like what my no's are. And then you know, it's actually rare that we get that amount of clarity of like, what are our real yeses and what are our real strong no's. And there's so much in between there, and that we just have to kind of flow with the uncertainty. And um, sometimes I think that there's a part of me that can get really anxious and like really want to know more with certainty, like what tomorrow is going to look like, or next week, or next month. And um, I think this song was kind of like an antidote for that type of anxiety, that like, you know, there's a lot that I won't know. And if I can embrace it as a mystery and just kind of bathe in it like a soup, and it's gonna be okay. I've been okay, and it's probably gonna be okay.
And
So
I think all of us can relate to what you're saying, and that just helps so much give clarity to what makes a full, enriching life, to be able to distinguish right from wrong and yin from yang. And I'm a big proponent of never saying no, but always explaining, maybe uh, not a hard stone no, but when you do it in words and lyrics like you did, it softens the no and it makes it the knowing. And that
mm,
is what I got from that song, focusing on the knowing and rather than the no. And then it's a dose of positivity, which we're here today. So this next song you have coming up, tell us about this song and what it came, why it came to you. So while we're listening to it, we can really embrace your feelings and emotions. And make
yeah,
sure your sound is on.
sorry.
Make sure your amp is on.
Okay. Yeah, this next one, it's called Simple Things, and it's not, I actually don't remember how or why I wrote this song or how it came to be, honestly. It's just one of these other confusing moments in life. Like you know, like so many that we have, and just being in that place of disorientation sometimes, or shock, or um, yeah, it can be the most sane thing to do is to just slow down and take it one breath at a time, and like one step at a time, and you know, drink water and take a walk, and the simple things like this. And so it's just kind of a reminder of that. And you know, it's okay to have big dreams and big visions and not know the 100 steps ahead of you, but just to be here right now. um, I think that's what this song is about. And I wish I could remember why I wrote it. I've been trying to. Okay, I'll switch over the mic.
There's some static, honey. Some static.
Okay. It might
Better.
clear up in just a moment. Yeah, sometimes I've been doing these Zoom tests, and it seems to take a moment. Okay. When I've lost my way, feeling out of place, falling from grace, when I've come undone, don't know where to run, shadows overcome me. I will not shrink, I will not fear, I
lay on the earth, 'cause I know she feels me. Choose to focus on the positive, on what I have and what I can give. I find my place with a simple thing. I find my way with a simple thing. I am a soul that flow like the water, run like the river. I'm going on. I am a soul, flow like water, run like the river. I'm going on. Oh, breath of life, I ask for your healing. Send your mercy right to where I'm needing. Take me to light, take me to trust, take me to freedom. Take me to hope, take me to love, take me to meaning. I find my way with a simple things. I find my place with a simple thing. I am a soul that flow like the water, run like the river. I'm going home. I am a soul, flow like water, run like the river. I'm going home. Take me to new heights I have never seen. Take me to places I have only dreamed. Take me to the place where I can believe. All I need is here within me. All I need is here. All I need is here within me. All I need is here. 'Cause I don't know what I'm capable of. I wanna know, I wanna know. And I don't know what I'm capable of. I wanna see, I wanna see. I am a soul that flow like the water, run like the river, going home, going home.
Oh, words can't express how amazing and beautiful it is. And I'm so glad your mic was on. And I know, I mean, we planned for all these songs. So we have 3 more songs, folks, which I'm super excited about. So stick with us. And we were going to try and take requests, but we don't really have time. We're going to have you back, Mahina. But that song just sparked a really important question earlier on in the interview. You said something really profound to me, like you came here and you had left the church for 6 years, and then you found this music and you found your voice and you found the water. And I have like goosebumps just even recalling what you just said earlier on in the interview. And I would just love for you to just, there's a lot of people out there, especially now, and people maybe on this Zoom right now, or out on LinkedIn, or whoever's listening on Facebook, or listening to the replay, who feel very lost, like maybe you did at one point. And when you say leave the church, those are leave the church, 3 really big words, right? But you found another church, and a lot of people are searching, especially a lot of young people are very much searching. And before you go into the next song, and I would love to just hear some rawness around that to share, because that song that just really filled me. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's a tricky one because a lot of my family here is still in the church, and so it's kind of a part of a bigger conversation that I have yet to have with a lot of them. But I I don't feel like I left the church. I felt like the church left me in a certain way of like, because I believed that, this one particular way of thinking couldn't be the only right way for all these different cultures. Like, I just want to honor all the different cultures and their different ways of seeing the divine. Um, so I kind of feel like, oh, I was on a missions trip when I was in college. I was really into Christianity and into church, and I went on my first like overseas missions trip to India, and I was in Calcutta and working at different, a little school there teaching English. And there, I met this little girl who said that she was Christian and she was Hindu and she was Muslim. And when I heard her say that, I just felt like, oh, this young one, it's so simple, but it's she gets it, and or it doesn't have to be that complicated. I think, it's just like God is God, and that's like kind of the unspeakable, right? We try to give words to something that we can't explain, or that is inherent within each of us, and part of this huge mystery that we're all a part of, floating around in space. And yeah, we're just trying to give words to it the best that we can, and there's all these different names that we can give to the divine. But yeah, I I still love the teachings of Jesus, and I feel like that was some of my first understandings of what love meant, and those teachings of his life still kind of ring true to me. So yeah, I have tried to come to a more embodied spirituality, I guess, like where I can feel the truth in me, and I can do that best in nature, and that's how I connect in, and everybody's different, and I'm not here to say that one way is right or wrong at all. And so
That's so beautiful. I love that God came through this little girl to teach you really the ways of Jesus, which is to accept everybody and every religion, and all, no matter what their race or color of their skin. That it was almost like a coming to Jesus moment, if you have, you say. So thank you for sharing that story. And let's hear about your next song. And yeah, somebody wrote, Eileen, thank you so much. Sometimes the path requires stepping beyond the boundaries of the categories we know. When you sing, you inspire and move spirit and people. When you do it, what you do is beyond any dogma. And I think that, oh, thank you so much for sharing that with all of us. That is so profound and so absolutely true. So tell us
Thank
about
you,
this next.
Ellen.
Yeah, thank you, Ellen. Really super awesome. Um, Go ahead and share with us, because we, believe it or not, we remember we were saying how we only have
Yeah,
like 15 minutes and we have three more
okay.
songs. So tell us about this next song and where it came from, through you, to you, and what we can expect.
Sure. Maybe I'll go to Subana. It's like a song that I wrote this past fall. I was traveling. I went to Singing Alive in Oregon,
Mm.
which is this festival for song circle facilitators. And it was so dry in Oregon, and there was these fires happening all over. You know, we could smell the smoke during the camp. And I didn't feel safe camping kind of out there or like just randomly in different pockets, just because like to be camping and with the smell of smoke around. And so I was like praying for rain. I was praying for kind of balance in the ecosystem. And um, so I was trying to find a song that would be a call for rain or for rain. And, there's this, um, there's like this way of thinking that I've come to, that like in order to pray for something, you have to feel like you already have it. You have to give thanks for already having it, that's what faith is, that's what I guess trusting in life to provide, that life is good, and that life hears us. And so, yeah, I was praying for rain, but the only source of water I was able to find was these little streams and rivers. So it became a song based off of these rivers. And yeah, when you're calling for water in your life, I guess whatever that water might be, maybe just imagining or believing that you already have it, that it's on its way. And so this song is kind of about that.
Get down to the river, let your body be washed by the sound of the water. Get down to the river, let your spirit be washed by the sound of the water. Get down to the river, let your heart be washed by the sound of the water, by the sound of the water. When you're feeling dry, when you're feeling old, get down and give thanks to this river cold. There's no telling how long this river of love's been flowing, flowing and growing strong. When you're perishing, seek out the nourishing, cleansing, clearing, sustaining and replenishing. Sacred water of life, water of life, water of life. Subhanallah, swimming in the mercy of God. We're swimming in the mercy of God. We're swimming in the mercy of God. Swimming in the mercy of God. Get down to the river, lay your body, be washed by the sound of the water. Get down to the river, lay your spirit, be washed by the sound of the water. Get down to the river, let your heart be washed by the sound of the water. By the sound of the water. I am wet, I am soaked, I am drenched to the bone with this water, these healing waters. I am wet, I am soaked, I am drenched to the bone in these waters, these healing waters. Supernova. Swimming in the mercy of God. We're swimming in the mercy of God. Swimming in the mercy of God. Swimming in the mercy of God. We're swimming in the mercy of God. Swimming in the mercy of God.
So
Get down to the lay your body, be washed by the sound of the water.
so beautiful. Listen, we only have 10 minutes and 2 songs, and I have to get just a couple of really brief announcements in. And I want to thank everybody who's come on live and everybody who's listening to Facebook, LinkedIn right now, and listening to the replay. Welcome. We're so happy you're here. And I just wanted to say that in the chat, we've got Mahina's information. And if you don't know how to download the chat, you can stay after we come off live and we'll help all of you do that. And if you haven't already put in your email in here and you want to get a copy of the replay, that would be really great. Here, just Mahina.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh, sorry, I'll mute myself.
yeah, me just for a second. Anyway, yeah, so something really exciting. Mahina, what she was talking about, this pilgrimage she had in India, which this holy experience. And I had the great opportunity of being in India last January, and I hope to go back again this January. And my next guest next week, her name is Ramona Mona. And if you sign up for the email, you'll get the email announcing she is an Ayurvedic practitioner, a massage therapist, a spiritual healer, and a tarot reader, and a psychic. Actually, she's pretty amazing human. I met her at an Ayurvedic week in North Carolina at a clinic I went to when I was very ill last year, and she planned this trip to India and invited other people to come. And if anybody is interested in healing or doing a spiritual quest or mantras or song or music, Ramona will be on next week talking about just all of the things that I just mentioned that she's into, but they offer they're offering another opportunity for people to go to India at a super, it's an Ayurvedic hospital I went to, at quite a substantial reduction in cost. And the healing, I mean, I was so sick, you guys, some of you know me, for about 6 months, and that really helped me hugely, along with doing a lot of mantra and breath work and singing. And so you'll notice we put Christina Hoffman's replay in here. Like I said, even if you don't listen to the whole thing, go to the middle and listen to the healing blessing she turned us on to. I'm reminding you all about Tell Getting Well, and also in the chat, if you order my new books, Get Cultured and How to Make Your Own Sourdough Starter with Easy Recipes. They're just $5.99. I think one might be $4.99. All the money's going to help Get Well. So we really appreciate you doing that. And we're going to close out this hour with Mahina. You could probably just go into singing, a lot of static right now, but you could go into just singing both your songs. But before you do, just introduce them. And then after the songs are done, we will go off the live. Lots of static, honey. We will go off the live, and if anybody wants to, maybe Mahina will, if you want to do a request or a song, or just say hi to her, we'll go off the live, because we have to produce this recording for a replay. So again, welcome everybody. Thank you so much for coming on to the stage with Mahina here. And Mahina, tell us about these next couple songs and take us home.
Well, my songs are super long, so I'll just do one to close us out, and this will be called Perfect Creation. This one, what can I say about it? Yeah, I think this came about because I've been in a little ladies ensemble with 3 other women singer-songwriters, and their names are Maite Lamuse and Amanda Rose and Julia Zerby, and I've been super blessed and honored to be part of that little group. We all happen to live in the same community, and we've been meeting weekly to kind of get together and sing, and it was just such a lovely, I guess, way to have a rhythm of like, oh, we're going to get together and share songs once a week. So, you know, if I'm working on a song, it kind of gives me a little deadline to like kind of have it finished. And so I've been grateful for that little kind of group of singers, songwriters to kind of have this sort of accountability with, and all in this playful, fun way. And so I think most of my melodies come really easily, kind of like when I'm singing to the ocean, there's like these chord progressions that come to me, and then the words, they come later usually. And this particular one, I don't know, it's resonated with a lot of folks. I've gotten a lot of folks asking me for the chords and the words and stuff, because they enjoy singing it, or it's been healing for them, and I hope it's something beneficial for everybody listening.
I call upon all of me to return to the ever-present now. I call upon all of me to return to the ever-present now. I am whole again. free from fear and shame within. I am completely healed and forgiven. I am whole again, free from fear and shame within. I am completely healed and forgiven. With this breath I claim my perfection as a child of a perfect creation. With this breath I claim my perfection as a child of a perfect creation. As a child of a perfect creation. I call upon all of me to return to the ever-present now. I call upon all of me to return to the ever-present now. I am whole again, free from fear and shame within. I am completely healed and forgiven. With this breath I claim my perfection as a child of a perfect creation. With this breath I claim my perfection as a child of a perfect creation. As a child of a perfect creation. As a child of a perfect creation.
So beautiful. Everybody, you can come off mute and let's give Mina a big round of applause, man. That was so beautiful. I mean,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you, Donna, so much for letting me be here and have this opportunity to share and be seen in this way with like friends near and far. It's such a beautiful, precious opportunity. Thank you so much, Donna.
You are so welcome. And everybody, big loves and aloha. And if you want to stay on after, this show is gonna be a wrap in just a second live. And everybody's welcome to stay on for after chat. Big love and aloha.
Aloha. Thank you all. Blessings to
Thank you so much.
everybody.